Hi again. This is take 2 of Friday night. I had some technical issues the first time, so we're going again here. Welcome to your Friday night practice. This is also my Friday night practice. It doesn't feel like Friday, but I'm going to just guide us through this nice practice of around our bodies. And I keep thinking of my friend Maggie, who says to us, it's just a saying of his to say, "Where you going? Nowhere." So that keeps playing in my mind. So hey Mags, if you're watching, it just cracks me up. That's what I keep thinking about. It's like, you're not going anywhere for so long. But we're gonna have a nice practice tonight. Just be open to things. The only thing you need is a stack of blankets or a stack of pillows. We're just going to go literally around it with our bodies. I hope you can hear this music a little bit. I'm going to use it for my practice. This is also my nighttime practice tonight, like I said. So inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, let your hands float down. Inhale again, up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Just inhale, you lift your right hand up. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Create space here in your rib cage. Nothing too forced here, up and over the other side. And as this mantra begins to play, bring ourselves back to center. Bring your hands to your thighs or your knees and close your eyes. And just listen. This is the mantra for Ganesh or Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, but also the placer of obstacles, which is kind of where we are right now. So why? Question is why? Why these things that we're going through? And this is always goes on. So for right now, just be open to the why and how you're going to make it through any obstacle in your life. Close your eyes. Roll your shoulders up and back and down. And deepen your breath. Each breath maybe getting a little longer on the inhale. And matching that inhale with your exhale. Lift your chest, open your heart. Tuck the chin just slightly enough to elongate the back of the neck. heart beating in your chest. Feel what it's like to be alive. Chooses to come, fighting your thoughts. Breathe in and bring your hands together and at your heart. Capture that energy or that feeling you have. Bring that energy up towards your forehead or your third eye. With the intention of noticing the why. Release up to the universe and out. Hands down. Bring your blankets or bolster, whatever you might have, up close to you. Turn your back. Get yourself as close as possible. This is going to act as if you had a bolster, so depending on how tall or short you are, you may need one less blanket or one less pillow. I'm going to go with one less here actually. You're going to get your bottom right up to your pillows or your blankets, and you can bring your feet, what feels comfortable for you right now. Your knees can be up. We're going to lean up and over the bolster. You can be up. You can have your soles of your feet together. You can have your legs out long. One really nice option here is to bring the soles of your feet together. Take an extra blanket or towel. Roll it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Place that over your feet and then tuck it under your legs. So it becomes this little foundation or this little support for your ankles and your hips and your thighs. So get yourself set how you want to be. This is how I'm going to choose for right now. And all we're going to do is kind of hold on to your props here so they don't go sliding out away from you. And let yourself lean up and over. You should feel, I'm going to sit up so I can talk to you. You should feel like your chest is opening. You should feel the space. You should have the space to allow for your shoulders to fall off whatever you're using as a bolster, a little on either side, so that your chest can come up and really open up here. If your pillows or blankets are too tall, maybe turn them sideways or you can roll them. In our restorative practice tonight, we've got quite a few minutes in each pose, so feel free to take the time to get yourself comfortable. This is one thing, like, you need to be right up against it to support your lower back. You can pull it closer to you if you need to. Let your shoulders roll down to your sides. Let the palms of your hands open up. Let your elbows be heavy. Let your face be heavy and open. Connect the soles of your feet together if they're touching. If your soles of your feet are on the mat, ground your feet in and really connect with the earth below you. Like I said, this is going to be our trip around our body, our trip around the world. So this is the intention place of traveling with love, with an open heart. Let your breath come all the way into your belly. Feel your belly rise and press against your shirt. As your knees get heavy to each side, feel your hips opening up. Let your throat be open on both sides, front and back, even if your head is back. Notice if it's getting crunched, you can lift it up and scoot it back a little bit. Maybe you imagine the space here in your chest where your heart is, or your heart center, just opening and allowing whatever message, whatever guidance needs to come to you. Like I said, the first chant was the Ganesh or Ganesha mantra. He's the remover of obstacles, but also the placer of obstacles. So maybe you open your heart here to the why. why obstacles are placed in your way. Not necessarily just things that are going on this week, but in general, what's the lesson? What are you supposed to learn? And can you be open to the answers? When you have that gut feeling of something you're supposed to be doing, do you listen to it? We're going to be here for one more minute. I'm not going to talk at all. So just trust that I will tell you when to move. Relax your eyes. Relax your body and just breathe.
Sunshine for everyone, but as far as I can remember, we've been migratory animals, living under changing weather. Someday we will foresee obstacles through the blizzard. Today we will sell our uniform, live together.
Begin to find your way out of the pose, rolling to one side, pressing yourself up to a seat. Remove your blanket from around your feet. Bring yourself back to a seat. Bring one hand over your heart, followed by the other. Close your eyes, bow your chin, and look within. What do you see? What do you hear? Breathe your hands, your chest into your hands. Press your hands away from your body with your breath. Exhale and drop. You're going to stack your legs, whichever direction you're facing first. For me, this is my right leg up against my blanket here. Legs are stacked. I'm going to bring the third one back up, I think, for this today. This is, again, going to depend on how you're feeling today, not necessarily your flexibility level overall, but maybe just how you're feeling today. Going on this side of the body, one thigh is pressed up against your blankets. Press down into your legs, lighten up through the chest, lift your arms up, breathe in. Exhale, drop your shoulders down. Open up through your chest. Feel this widening here across the collarbone. And then turn your torso towards your props, towards your bolster. drop your arms and keeping your shoulders as square as you can with the top of your mat or the corners, these line up with these. Begin to let your chest fall all the way down, so you're in a twist here. Your legs are pointing to the side, your chest is pointed towards the top edge of your mat. Let your chest come all the way down, and then your head. If this is enough for you, you can stay here. If you'd like a little more twist in the top part of the body, you can turn your head to face the opposite direction of your knees. So for me, I'm going to turn my head all the way over here to the right. Let yourself relax down into your bolster, your blanket. Let your face be soft. Bring your awareness to your shoulders and the space between your shoulders and your ears. Can you push your shoulders down and away from your ears and let them fall away from each other? Notice where you're holding tension in your body. If you feel like you're holding on through your hands and your elbows, let that go. Let these blankets or these pillows hold you. If this is uncomfortable for your hips, you can move this top leg and the bottom leg, but the top leg really tends to have an impact on how it feels in your body. And then we just relax. Close your eyes. Find your breath and focus only on that. If your mind begins to wander, let it. Don't attach yourself to your thoughts. There's nothing to be done at this moment but breathe. I'm going to find the pose with you, and I'm going to stay for a minute. Again, trust my voice that I will tell you when it's time to move. When you begin to unwind, your head comes first, and as you untwist, inhale on your way up. Unwind and breathe in. Big breath out through your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. You're going to bring your knees up and in. Pause just for a moment. Okay, let's go. Pause just for a moment with your feet in front of you. Let your hands come back, lean back just slightly, and let your knees fall from side to side nice and slow. Just for a moment. Just coming out of that twist. Nothing too extreme here. Go as slow as you need to go. Notice how this feels. That's all. And then bring yourself back. Next phase on our trip. Legs are going to come on either side of your bolster or your blanket. Trick here, if this is uncomfortable for you to have your legs flat, they don't have to be straight out in front, they can be out to the side, a little wide. If this is uncomfortable for you on your knees, you can take a towel or a paper towel roll or anything and place it underneath the backs of your knees. It keeps your just your knees bent, which can be a little bit better for some people. Otherwise, bring your blankets towards you. We're going to think about our forward fold here and how far we want to go today. You might be in the mood where you don't want any of this and you are super flexible and you're going to go flat and all the way down on your belly, and that's totally cool. Or you might feel like that's not in your practice at all, and you're going to take every single blanket and pillow and whatever that you have, bring it to you, and this is going to be it. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm actually going to turn around though because I faced the wrong direction. So get all your stuff together. Figure out how high you want it to be. Figure out how you're feeling today. There's no right or wrong. It's just your choice. And then when you find that space, that height, sit back up for a moment. Got your stuff ready. Elongate your spine. Tail presses down into the mat. Head is nice and tall. Nice long line of energy, line of breath from the tail through the crown. We talk about this all the time. I'm going to have you place your hands on the ground or on your props, depending on where you're at, and hinge only from the hips forward. Begin to lean forward, leading with your belly and with your chest. Down, 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 down. And at the last moment, when your chest and your belly can't lead anymore, then we let the head drop. Notice your shoulder-ear connection here. Can you move them down away from your ears? And then can you spread them apart away from each other? How much space can you make? If you touch your toes, check in with your feet. You can wrap your hands around your blankets here. You can leave them down on your mat wherever you feel comfortable. But let's find our breath. Has your breath gotten lost somewhere in your throat? Does it feel like it only made it to here and then it comes back up and out? Breathe in all the way in. Let's breathe in the back of the lungs. Breathe in so big that you can feel the back of your lungs separate. Exhale, relax. Again, in, big breath. Exhale, relax. You might start to feel a tingling sensation in the toes. It's okay. Find the places in your body that need some attention. and breathe into those spaces. I know you can't actually breathe into your knees, but breathe in and imagine that breath flowing down into your knees, into your outer thighs. Imagine that breath going in and down all the way to your feet. Almost like a cloud. Like a soft breeze, a cloud. And all those muscles and all those places that are tight and holding on, that cloud or that breeze comes through. And they can't help but just relax a little bit. Let your body know that it's okay. Let your body know that you're in control. Close your eyes here for the last minute. If your head's been turned to one side, you can take this opportunity to turn your head over to the other side just for balance for the last moment. Bring yourself back to center, lift your head slightly, and then walk your hands back gently with breath, inhaling on your way up. When you get to the top, roll the right shoulder back. And then the right. And then the left. And both shoulders in and up and back. Let your hands come behind you. One more time. In, up, and back. Push your props away just enough to get your legs both on one side. It doesn't matter which side right now. Bring both knees up. Wrap your hands around just quickly. Drop your head. Not too severe or anything here. Just bringing the hips in. Let that take a little break from that forward fold. Straighten out a little, legs come out long. Bring your hands behind you. Just lean back for a second, let your elbows bend. Bring yourself back. If it would feel good for a reverse plank real quick, you can pick yourself up and set yourself back down. Now we get ready for the twist on the other side. So now we come this way. This time it's my left thigh up against my bolster blanket extravaganza. Find your place. Your knees are both pointing to the edge of your mat, to the side of your mat. Now before you go anywhere, let's pause where we're at. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, bring your shoulders down. Notice that space that you create here. Turn towards your props, towards your blankets. Shoulder points towards the front points of your props. And can even keep your hands there as if this like line of where you're going. And then begin to drop yourself down. Belly, chest. And eventually you make your way all the way down. Arms come down. Face can stay pointed towards your knees. Or all the way around to the other side. You'll notice a significant change in this twist depending on which way your head is facing. But there's no right answer. It's not a, it's a preference. So find where you want to be. Bring your awareness to the space in your shoulders, down away from your chin, away from each other. As your thoughts come and go, allow them to float through. Sometimes in these twists, I like to imagine my breath as a little tornado, swirling in, picking up anything I don't want and taking it out. That includes things like too much coffee, as we're in this detox pose. It also includes things like emotions that no longer serve me. You might find yourself with these experiences of I should have or shouldn't have. And there's nothing you can do about that. So allow your breath to come in, pick it up, and take it out. It doesn't belong to you. I'm going to sit with you again for the last moment. My head will be turned the other way. Close your eyes. Please let your mouth fall open if it needs to. Let your face squish against your blanket. Really surrender here to this pose and everything that it brings with it. And I'll let you know when it's time to move. If you notice that you're holding tension in your feet, release it. Maybe even stretch your toes out. Sometimes we don't even notice we're doing it. Fingertips are the same thing. Sometimes in this pose we tend to grip. Notice if you're doing that. Release. When you're ready, inhale up. Using your hands, inhale out of the twist, pressing up. One more breath in. Out. And move your bolsters away from you. Again, bring your feet to the mat in front of you. Lean back on your hands. And let your knees fall from side to side. Cats, we gotta love them. all the way back up to a seat. You can move your props to the side for a moment. Keep your feet in that same distance, that wide stance apart from each other, and bring yourself all the way down to your back. You can bring your hands behind your head or out to the side here. Widen your knees and let them fall all the way to the right. You'll notice that long stretch here in the front of the left hip and thigh. Then, if it would feel good for you, you can take your right foot, place it on top of your left knee, and pull that knee down just a little bit more. Let your chest be square towards the ceiling. That same idea here of the knees pointing one way and the chest pointing another way, only this time, instead of so much of the twist, we're getting a nice long stretch in the front body. If you'd like to bring your hands up long, away from you, you can do that too, but it's up to you. I'm not feeling it tonight, but it's up to you. Breathe all the way into your belly and all the way out. Just like we think of obstacles in our way, think of blockages in your body as obstacles, right? So in order to have optimum health, optimal mental function, we need to get rid of these old things that are held on. And these stretches, this restorative yoga practice, where you create space for your breath, is simply clearing the pathway for you. We're going to be here for about
Supposed
one
to
more
be
minute.
famous.
Be here for about one more minute. Continue on. I'm going to move. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's take 3 more breaths where you are. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Longer. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And last one, in through your nose and out through your mouth. If your right foot is on top of your left knee, release it. If you need to, use your hands to guide your thighs back to center. Keep your feet wide and let your knees fall in together. Feet are wide, as wide or wider than your yoga mat, depending on your anatomy. And your knees are falling in together like a little tent. Place both hands over your belly. And just breathe. Close your eyes. And then other side, separate your knees. Bring your arms where you'd like them to be. Let your knees fall over to the left side. That Ganesha mantra is going to start again. Just relax. Maybe focus on the mantra itself. and be open to the possibilities. And the answer is as to why and what you're supposed to learn from the obstacles in your life. Stack your left foot on top of your right knee if it would feel good for you and if you haven't done that already. And then just breathe. Maybe you can use the rhythm of the mantra, the music, to count your breath. Three more long breaths where you are in through your nose, out through your mouth. Two more. In and out. Last one, all the way in and down into your hips, into your knees, into your feet. Out through your head. And release. Let your knees come back to center. Keep your feet wide and let your knees fall in together. Bring both hands over your belly. Close your eyes and breathe. Prepare now for your Shavasana. Let your legs come out long. Separate the legs enough so that the feet can fall open to the sides. Separate your arms enough from your rib cage so that your fingers can open softly, your palms facing towards the ceiling. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Soften the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Bring your awareness to the space just in front of your ears and notice if you're holding tension. Release. Release the lower back fully into the mat. Close your eyes. Take this Shavasana, corpse pose, opportunity to let your practice settle. Begin to bring your body now back to the space. Breathe in deep and feel what it feels like to be alive. Fill your belly, fill your chest. Slowly let your arms creep up over your head and find a long stretch from fingertips to toes. And then roll yourself over to your right side in a fetus pose and pause there. Here in this pose, we prepare to be reborn. Reborn into this life, into the next moment. A little bit different. Knowing a little bit more, being a little bit more open. Something has changed within you, even in the last hour. Smile and bring yourself back up to a seat. Comfortable seat, legs crossed or stacked. Lotus pose if that's in your practice. We're going to close our practice with a loving kindness mantra, which normally we do with our hands at our heart. But today, for a little something different, we're going to come to the gesture of fearlessness or the gesture of no fear. Right hand facing forward, left palm facing up. Giving and receiving equally. But also, as we think of fearlessness and we go through this mantra, I'd like you to really visualize and really mean the words that we're about to say, and to not be afraid to do what it takes for this to be true. I'm going to say each part of it, and you have the choice at home of repeating or just listening, as always in all of my classes. May I be happy, healthy, and free. May those I love be happy, healthy, and free. May those that I find difficult be happy, healthy, and free. And may all beings everywhere be happy, healthy, and free. With the vow of fearlessness, we bring our palms together at our heart, and the warrior of love in me bows to the warrior of love in you. Namaste. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you to anybody who shares or watches this later. There really is no reason that I do these except for to share what I love and to hope that, and I hope that somebody somewhere sometime finds some connection with it, and that maybe it makes you smile, and maybe it brings you a different perspective of what yoga is, whether it's the cat butt in the middle of the video or just the fact that you don't have to be super flexible or have to do a handstand, or not that there's anything wrong with any of that, but it's just that I just want to bring it as much as possible to people, just a sense of community and sharing. Please, if you are an artist or you are a dancer or you are a caregiver, whatever you do, Bring it to the world, because we need it. Good night.